Yeah, what up, fam? Shout out to Off Tour Couture, first and foremost, Baltimore's own. They've been lacing Baltimore natives with high-end fashion, urban apparel for years. Go to the website, check them out, offtour.com. I just want to shout them out for lacing me with this nice T-shirt. I made a video a few days ago. Actually, it's been over a week, maybe 10 days ago, regarding Lamar Jackson in terms of him betting on himself and also will he really get a deal without having an agent. I felt that if he did that, it would set a precedent not only in football but across sports, period, the whole landscape of sports, because now you have kids coming out of college maybe no longer seeking representation, trying to go to the Lamar Jackson route because he's such a polarizing figure, and because this contract situation is so much media attention surrounding it. I believe there'll also be a lot of media attention surrounding if he got the deal without the agent. Maybe it won't. Maybe they would suppress it in the media because they don't want that to be highlighted because the influence that it may have on other athletes coming behind him. Because ultimately, if he is able to get a contract extension and a big deal, and he sets the new market for quarterbacks, I believe that would possibly, the ramifications of that will possibly spill over into threatening the sports agent industry. Throughout history, we always have times where you will see a paradigm shift, and that would be considered a paradigm shift. And I believe that shift is coming. But what I don't believe is it's going to come with Lamar Jackson actually getting a new deal and setting the market for quarterback without representation. The way I think the paradigm will shift, I think what's going to happen is Lamar may not get the deal, and he'll fall on the sword, so to speak. He'll be crucified to some degree. I think it'll create an overwhelming swell in other athletes looking up to Lamar and those that love Lamar, because the narrative will become how the Ravens fucked him over, or the NFL, or whatever, they fucked him over and he didn't get what he deserved because he didn't have an agent. And as opposed to that putting fear in other athletes saying, I need to get an agent, I need to get an agent. I think people may rally around the fact that he got done wrong, and that may create the paradigm shift. Anytime you see a sea of change, someone has to be crucified or something. The martyr has to die, so to speak, in order for it to really inspire the next generation to really want to push change. So I do believe the paradigm shift is coming, but I don't think it's going to come because Lamar inks a big deal. I think the paradigm shift will happen as a result of Lamar Jackson possibly falling on the sword. I don't wish this on him. I hope that he get his money. I really wish for the change, but too often I've seen this happen, and it seems like that's just the nature of the society that we live in, and actually the history of the world, so to speak. It always happens this way. It's like someone has to become immortalized through something tragic or falling on the sword, so to speak. If you take Biggie and Pac, that created a paradigm shift. You take Martin Luther King and Malcolm, it created a paradigm shift. Story as old as Jesus Christ, he had to die on the cross to create the paradigm shift. So, I'm not wishing this on Lamar, but I think that ultimately will be what creates the paradigm shift. And another thing right now in the media, I can see the talking heads are trying to now, the Ravens are leaking little reports like they're offering him more money than Kyler, and so now they're putting the onus back on Lamar, and you got the talking heads in the media trying to convince him he should just sign what they're giving him or take the money with actually no one really knowing the details of it. They're trying to convince him to sign on or whatever. And I believe here again, you have a lot of people that have vested interest in this situation, and I believe some of the media now you're going to hear a lot of talk and a lot of people trying to encourage him or convince him through the media to sign the deal so that we won't have ultimately this huge paradigm shift. But either way you look at it, the shift is coming. but I just think it's gonna come by way of him falling on the sword. Don't forget, cop my book or check out my book, Trauma, My Love Letter to the World. It's on Amazon.com. I'll put the link in the description. Y'all have a good one. Godspeed.